Okay, here's a look at the emini S&P for Tuesday, August the 9th, 2011. Well, just overnight and today were both huge days. The overnight session had a range of 71 points. I don't think we've seen that in about 10 years. And the even the day session had a range that was huge. I think it was like 78.5 points. So the market is really producing some amazing moves here. And of course today we had the FOMC news. So the market going down and really getting rejected from those lower prices that were formed overnight. Because basically overnight it seemed that there was, to some degree anyway, kind of a worldwide scare, if you will. And so when the market eventually had a bit of a bounce when it did open in the regular trading hours after it came off its kind of extreme low down there below 1080, it actually hit 1077, a low we haven't seen in a long time. The market then did its gyration when the news was released, the FOMC news, the big news today, and had a dip, made a new low on the day session, not the overnight. As a matter of fact, I think it was some 15, 20 points off of the test lower during the regular trading hours was about 15 to 20 points above the overnight low. And from that point, it rallied for the rest of the session, some 78.5 points to close near the highs. So, what I think we're going to do here is continue to monitor the market. Um, um, in around that 49 area where the market could come back and test. Otherwise, if it starts to hold above today's high, that would be an additional bullish indication, which would really not be all that surprising. Otherwise, we would be looking for the market to maybe dip to around the 65 area before it finds some support. So we do think we're in transition, quite possibly to up, and we're going to look in as low as in around the 50 area, 51 area, and then down to 33. But if it can hold above today's high, that would be very bullish. And then from that point, we would then examine the market in around the 85 area and then at 1210. So just a really good bounce off the lows today. And here's the market profiles from the regular trading hours, and of course we use them in our analysis. Well, typical FOMC day, we had a couple of trades early. We had a long one here we were stopped on. We had a short one here that hit our first target, so it was a break even. And then of course the news was released. It was trading about here. It popped up, couldn't make a new high, came down, made a new low, had a bit of a bounce, new low, and then basically rallied for the rest of the day up to here. So once that all happened, we really only took one trade down in here that hit our first objective. So we really didn't make a lot on that trade. And then it turned around. As you can see here, we had a long trade right here, did not pull back. And then we had a series of long trades here that did not pull back. So that 45 area could be good support, and we would look to see some opportunities to get long anywhere from 45 to 49. If it holds above 75, then we're going to be looking at 85 and then perhaps 1210. So pretty robust market here with huge ranges. So continue to be what we're suggesting is, continue to be somewhat cautious, because you really want to try and get on board something that can give you some structural stops and some other structural clues as to the intraday direction. Because with these kinds of ranges, it's, if your stop is too tight, we're using a minimum of 12 tick stop right now. So, you just got to wait accordingly and trade whatever you think you can based on that kind of stop. But we're really looking at more kind of a longer term intraday trading, almost position day trade, in order to obtain the best possible trade location, just because the volatility is so high, and that will obviously cut down on the risk of the trade, even though the frequency of the trades will be a lot less, our chances of getting on the right side at hopefully a good trade entry location will be increased. So those are some of the numbers we're looking at, and thanks for watching. Any questions or comments, you can always get a hold of us at info@eminidaytrader.com right here, and we always enjoy hearing your questions and comments. So that'll be it for today, for Tuesday, and we'll see you again tomorrow on Wednesday.